recent Fox interview, actor-director Sylvester Stallone, Sly, as you know him, admitted that he once took a less-than-ideal approach to breaking off a relationship with his then-girlfriend, who happens to be his current wife. Her name is Jennifer Flavin. Take a look.
The entertainment industry has dramatically evolved within the last 10 years. People are turning what was once fun and entertaining moments together with family and friends, moments offering relief, political competitions, and battlefields. Shows that in the past sought to simply amuse the audience have lost their focus, depending on shockingly bigoted opinion-mongering to drive away half the viewers. One of the best examples of such shift is The View, which was initially popular for offering different opinions and great discussion. Nowadays, it is often accused of being a polarized tool and continuously encouraging certain stories only. Specifically, this video goes over how the entertainment industry has become unmoored from its original goal, how The View ended up in the middle of a scandal with Sylvester Stallone, and what this single incident says about the state of media today. This creates a great rift in the relation between media outlets and the audience, and this is the perfect moment for the industry, and the potential afterward outcomes can redefine the industry. The war on fun and the end of entertainment. Why politics has become a spectator sport? In the last decade, entertainment has transited from being a copyright of fun to that of political strife. Instead, yearly programs that used to broadcast fantasies that would be appealing to the masses are now creations of ideologies appealing to only specific audience. Primetime programs such as Jimmy Kimmel Live, The View, and other similar shows have drifted from their original mandate, leaving them as narrators of politically inclined stories. Take The View, for example. What was once heralded for having such a wide variety of panels now has far too many one-sided conversations. Everything flows out of the women's mouth, theirs and theirs alone. Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and Sunny Hostin control the show and disregard any other opinion. Discussing became an outlet for arguing, and opinion sharing changed into an option when viewers feel their contributions are ignored or underestimated. This shift has eliminated several demographic groups' interest in streaming this content, affecting the growth in ratings that dominated programs, which have now been reduced. Never before has there been such a need for genuine, true, and fun news, but the majority of popular sources still rely on shocking information. It also supports the general idea of media agencies concealing their true motives behind the work done. What is more, lying in terms of ideology to gain public trust. Viewership is not phantom ratings on a chart. They are real individuals out there in need of content that will make a connection. That they fail to see this has left many feeling let down, turning to other sites that value their informed and rational selves. Therefore, they are not moving away from traditional entertainment reluctantly, but rather due to the inability to meet new expectations. Sylvester Stallone versus The View. What really happened? An example of the developing clearly hostile relationship between Hollywood and politically related media is a recent scandal with Sylvester Stallone and The View. Stallone, who have acted in Rocky and Rambo, was supposed to guest on The View show to discuss about the family Stallone and Tulsa King. The episodes were very much looked forward to, since viewers got a unique opportunity to know more about his life and work and his plans for the future. Quite unexpectedly, all the appearances of Stallone were canceled. Sources indicate that it was Whoopi Goldberg organized by Joy Behar and Sunny Hostin to demand the firing of Stallone. The reason? Stallone's political views, some of which went viral recently, were considered a threat to the show's ratings and public image. Goldberg and her co-hosts apparently thought that his appearance would piss off their target viewership and provoke unnecessary controversy. This particular decision, though, was a complete disaster. While the respective executives of the ABC network at first cited Goldberg, they regretted their decision when they received negative reaction from the public and Stallone's team. The episodes, which the channel expected would occasion high viewership, were now futile. Company bigwigs began to demand that Goldberg must apologize to Stallone, but of course they had lost him at this point. Stallone, remaining true to his policies, declined the apology and said that he will not be on the show again unless its format and presentation changed drastically. Instead of going in and sitting on The View, Stallone opted to go to different avenues, such as with Joe Rogan podcast, This shows another instance where celebrities are shifting away from formats of mainstream media and going to openly available communication platforms. This move most of all saved Stallone's image, as well as effectively informed the other members of film industry about the fact to which extent one could betray and still keep his/her personal integrity. Behind the scenes, the fallout at ABC. The aftermath of Probe has revealed serious structural flaws in ABC and The View. Sources suggest that ABC officials were furious at Goldberg for leading efforts to junk the idea of featuring Stallone. The episodes were supposed to increase the number of viewers and attract viewership from different circles. The episodes were gone. Stallone's team later said that he was to unveil several spectacular projects during the appearance, making the cancellation more disastrous to the network. Unfortunately, clashes are said to be getting more frequent behind the scene. ABC is now seeking to manage the crisis effects, as well as trying to correct the issue of falling ratings for some of its major shows. Some executives are now looking at ways of how they can bring interest back to The View, such as inviting guests with opposite political views. However, show opponents contend that such attempts lack credibility and can only be effective if the sexually explicit program changes direction entirely. Sylvester Stallone's choice to cut himself loose from The View has been universally hailed as a public purge against the bigotry of current popular media. Through the decision to push his projects in other outlets, Stallone has supported a trend that is becoming more and more popular among influential people, using independent media channels to set the agenda. This unfortunate event has also exposed the weakness of the conventional journalists who have been pushed as irrelevant by the more innovative modes of communicating. The bigger picture. Media in today's society. The issue of Stallone and The View is not an exception to this trend. It has a wider implication as we observe that many media and entertainment houses bow to the pressure of the government without facts, fairness, and balance. In the past, mainstream sources remained accused of operating sets of objectives at the price of telling actual tales instead, for useful destruction of belief. Traditional audience is dead. Today's audiences are much smarter than before. They want accountability, transparency, and fairness. It means that if these expectations are not met, such programs may fade from the scene as industry competition intensifies. Tea Party backlash against The View is indicative of the larger phenomenon of the expectation of media responsibility. Viewers no longer accept one-sided programming and want programs that appeal to their intelligence and moral standards. Sylvester Stallone also recently turned down an invitation to The View, as the show does not follow what Stallone would refer to as good moral character, choosing to not advertise in major newspapers and magazines. However, opting for independent sources, one can see the trend of using sources that do not defend certain cultural paradigms in their headlines, but encourage open discussion. It has become a new phenomenon by which conventional media channels feel threatened and are now changing their gear. This incident also has raised many fundamental questions about the future of political media. Can programs such as The View adapt and provide viewership with what they desire, or will they continue to go for the controversy? The answer to this question will define the nature and impact of future entertainment and its function of societal development. The Sylvester Stallone and The View controversy is more than an argy-bargy or scandalous news report, and it is a clear example as to how entertainment and media are evolving. People become increasingly distinguished between bias and fake news. Subsequently, expectations of the shows they watch rise. Stallone showed people how one can hold strong on a position while shooting a film, and this is the major issue of the movie. This story leaves us with a critical question. Mainstream media is expected to respond positively to the need for authenticity, but this has not happened, and it remains another question whether it will stick to the divide and conquer model. Only time will tell. Please share your opinions in the comments section below, and always remember to like, share, and subscribe for more detailed posts.